How is a man with 10% of a brain able to function normally? What did 16th century Arctic explorers eat that made their skin fall off? Why did Columbus think the Earth had a nipple, like a breast? Learn the history behind these stories and well over 100 more in my new book, Facts That Aren't True. Check out my other book too, link in the description.
I think it's an ellipse.
Okay, I'd like to see the logical syllogism for how it is an ellipse.
Oh yeah, right after you do the circle one.
No, just pretend that I can't. But since you're the guy that knows more than I do, you'll be able to produce the logical syllogism for how it's an ellipse, right?
Dude,
this is you get to win right now. You get to assume that I'm as dumb as you think I am, and you get to be honest towards your own line of reasoning, which is if you can't put it in a logical syllogism, then fuck off. We don't want to hear from you. So put your ellipse claim into a logical syllogism. Do it right now. Do it. Okay. Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You can't do it. You can't do anything. This is so funny. No, I'm not. I'm verbatim-ing your position because that's what you said. That's the trick you tried to play. Put it in a logical syllogism, Peterson.
Oh, it's a trick?
But you can't do it. So you apparently don't know anything.
Show me what I actually said. Show me what I actually said.
That if you can't put it into a logical syllogism because we use logic to do math, science, and reasoning, then your claim, we don't need to listen to your claim. Then you don't have anything. You just said it's an ellipse. Put it into a logical syllogism.
That's not
it is what you said.
It is? Can you put that into a logical syllogism?
No. You want me to get it?
Okay. Then
why would a logical syllogism... Thank you.
I'm telling you right now, that's not what I said. We record this, dude. You're embarrassing yourself. We record this.
Says the guy that thinks the Earth is flat.
I know it's flat.
No, you don't.
You think it's a globe based upon faulty
reasoning. How do you know
reasoning.
that? Put it into a logical syllogism.
Okay, I go outside. The Earth looks flat. Therefore, it is flat.
That's not a logical syllogism.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Premise 1 is true. Premise 2 is true. And the conclusion is true. If I say Earth looks flat,
there were no if-then statements.
The conclusion to say it's curved. It looks flat, therefore
buddy,
it's curved.
Thank you. I think that's all I'm gonna need. You thinking that was a logical syllogism. Me go outside. Me see flat. Me conclude flat. The fact that you
tell me how it's not a logical syllogism. Tell me what's wrong with it. Is premise 2 incorrect?
That it looks flat.
Is premise 1 incorrect? Yeah, that it looks flat.
No, it doesn't look flat.
The ocean doesn't look flat.
No, not at all.
In what way does it not look flat?
You know that bridges have a hump on them?
Yeah, we're not talking about bridges. We're talking about the Earth.
I'm explaining it to you by way of analogy. Do you not accept analogies?
Yeah, bridges have humps on them. Why?
Why do they have humps on them? Because it makes them more structurally sound. And an arch is more structurally sound than just a straight bar. So anyways,
and
a bridge will have a hump.
Do with the...
I'm explaining.
Yeah, go for it.
So if you were on one side of a bridge and I was on the other side of the bridge, I probably wouldn't be able to see you, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
But I could see the top hump of that bridge, right?
I guess
we can see we can see the curvature of that bridge. And if we had lines painted, like horizontal lines painted on that bridge, we could see that those horizontal lines get more and more smushed together as they get farther away. Now that would be true if it was flat anyways, but like that's an example of how you can. That's kind of like an either way thing. But if the bridge was flat, I would be able to see you. At the ocean, the very sharp horizon is the top of the curve.
Oh, that's incorrect.
It's not incorrect, but whatever. We have pictures of things behind that curve where the bottom of them is obscured, but the top is not obscured.
Yeah, we also have that at distances where it can't be Earth curve. National Geographic actually did it where it can't be Earth curve. You know how we know it can't be Earth curve? Because the thing, quote unquote, being blocked is behind the horizon's behind that. So how does that happen? How does The bottom
The
of a
atmosphere
flat
does
is like
weird
the
things
stripe.
sometimes. I'm not sure what
no, it's the
specific
atmosphere.
example you're talking about. Hey, look in the
So
chat.
you-
Why
I'm gonna
can't we
tell
see
you.
the bottom of the
Okay,
windmills?
so
Wind
perfect
turbines.
example. So perfect example. See the windmills all the way on the left, though, two all the way on the left.
Yeah,
You see
those ones
two?
are those are farther away, so more of them is obscured by the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah. So see the one. So the one on the left, the farthest left, and then the one right next to it. The one right next to it's further away. Why does it appear higher?
The one. The
Yeah,
one
why does the
immediate.
one further away appear higher?
It could be a taller windmill. It could be
No,
air
they're
bending
the
and
same
doing
height.
weird things.
They're all the same height.
How do you
They're
know that?
all
Were
the
you
same
there?
height.
Can you put it into a logical syllogism?
No, they're all the same height because they're
How do you
all
know
the
that?
identical.
How do you know that?
Because
That's a
that's what-
claim. I want evidence. I'm an empiricist.
Okay.
How do you know that?
Okay,
And don't give me some fucking website. See, this is
Relax,
what you
Linda.
You want the engineering drawings?
for those exact windmills.
Yeah, all the hubs. That's the little turbine on top, the little electric motor that generates electricity. Those are all the same height. Because these are all the same model. Because if they made a whole bunch of different models, then they would have to keep a whole bunch of different shit in inventory. And then they would have to swap out, oh, what windmill is that? What kind of motor is in that? We have to swap out this particular motor. Where do we keep that? Warehouse 52. No, they keep all the same equipment. Okay, because it saves money. Now, maybe you can answer now. Instead of deflecting. Why is the windmill farther away, higher than the windmill that's closer?
It doesn't look higher. It doesn't look higher way. They look like they're at the exact same height. If there is a difference, it's by a couple of pixels in this picture.
It's more than a couple pixels, dude. You can actually just
really
draw a
not.
line across all this.
Well,
Dude,
here,
it shouldn't be the same height at all because things further away, right? Because of linear perspective, they should get lower, right?
the atmosphere can do weird things at times, but
Okay,
here,
maybe the atmosphere is doing weird things, making us look like it's blocked. Because we can demonstrate this when we know it's not Earth curve. And let me tell you something, Peter.
Except
I go
if
by
the
ocean.
Earth was curved, then this is exactly what you would expect to see. We can't see the bottoms of the windmills, but we can see the tops of them.
And why would you expect that on a flat Earth?
I didn't say on a flat Earth. I said on a globe.
Yeah. So, but we can demonstrate this on a known flat surface, dude. This exact same optical.
So you have a flat surface that is many miles long and wind turbines on it?
No, dude. See, you have to eliminate Earth curve as a variable. Otherwise, you'll say that's Earth curve. So we have to use a distance that's shorter than where the horizon would be. Right? Because then you'll say the horizon's blocking it. So we use a distance shorter than when the horizon would be. And then we do an observation very low to the water. And then if the thing disappears, or if there's even a horizon at all,
so do you see
it's not Earth curve.
Do you see the picture I posted in there with the straight line going across?
You're going to trust what I said?
It's literally just a couple of pixels different. If it's
lower.
even that, because the wind turbine in the back is really blurred out. So it's hard to say if I have the exact center of that one because it's farther away because the atmosphere.
That's right. So this is just an optical effect. All of this. And we know because we can demonstrate this.
We can demonstrate the bottom half of something disappearing while the foreground is still there.
That's right.
Demonstrate it.
Yes. Hold on a second.
God, are you going to show that thing where they took the candle and they pulled it away on the table and it appeared to go down?
No.
Because that's some F tier stuff right there.
Have you ever seen the Sky Freeze channel?
Who?
Sky Free, a girl, a guy couple. They do a bunch of observations on a 1,000-foot lake.
Nope.
So the thing about using a 1,000-foot lake is that
grass.
The horizon. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
I can just say it again.
On TikTok.
I guess I touch grass.
On TikTok.
I'm on TikTok a couple hours a week.
I've seen you debate shitloads of topics. I see you get fucking cooked. Like, who cooked you?
Doing
that
it a
Andrew
long
Wilson
time.
or Jay Dyer that fucking cooked your ass.
Who? Jay Dyer? I've never talked to Jay Dyer.
And maybe it was Andrew Wilson then. One of those fucking dudes.
I've never talked to Andrew Wilson either. I don't know. Do you think I'm Parker? You must think
Parker?
No, Parker's like this big TikToker, but I don't know who you think I am, but I've never talked to Andrew Wilson before.
It's his video, so
Jesse Lee Peterson. He's a troll. You guys know he's a troll, right?
Yeah, let's not talk about Jesse. So in the chat, and I gotta post a screenshot too. So the chat, I just posted a video, short. So that is an RC boat on a lake that's 1,000 feet long. But if you look at the globe map, the horizon's supposed to be 2,600 feet away, larger than the lake is long. But this RC boat completely disappears.
They have the camera like 1 inch above the water line.
So like that matters. So 1 inch of what that changes it
because
on a flat earth?
Because the boat's a couple inches tall, so waves on the water can be that tall. So yeah, you would expect waves in the foreground to obscure significant parts of the boat. But also, we know that the atmosphere bends light. You can see this in a parking lot when it's hot outside.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for the info. So bending light is Earth curve. Fantastic. But waves also pick the boat up, right? So there's peaks and troughs of waves. So you go in the trough, the wave will obscure something. But when you're on the peak, you're not obscured anymore. So the thing doesn't see it, then not see it, right? You don't see it disappear and reappear. It's not the waves blocking it. Good try, though.
Oh, you're talking about the part where they zoom in and out? Is that what you're talking about? How you can't see the boat?
The boat, dude. Dude, how about this? Why is there a horizon at all?
Okay, we're talking about the boat. Don't change the subject.
Why is there a horizon at all, dude?
Yeah, so I'm not changing the subject, so you can either deal with that or kick me out.
Relevant. It's relevant to the entire thing.
No, it's not.
The horizon's supposed to be blocking the boat.
You sent me this video, so I'm addressing the video.
You can complain about the boat.
Out of respect for you, you sent the video, so I'm going to address the video.
Yeah, that's part of the video, dude.
Stop screaming. Stop screaming.
Yeah, start listening.
You're taking years off your life. Stop it.
Stop talking and start listening.
Oh,
I'm talking about in the video. Why is there a horizon at all in the video if it's Earth curve? But the horizon is further away than the lake is long. Horizon, so see 2,600 feet from a camera height of 1.5 inches. This lake is 1,000 feet long. Why is there a horizon at all?
Okay, I'm going to...
You don't have an answer because there is no fucking answer.
I just started answering, and you PMS'd your brains out for the millionth time. So can I talk or not?
You take meta for the millionth time.
I have not spoken for 10 seconds uninterrupted.
Unbelievable, Linda. You're usually always yapping.
The Adhoms, man.
Oh, so was Linda an Adhom? Was that an Adhom? So is that how it works here? It's okay when we Adhom, but it's not okay when other people do it?
Give him the answer, why is there horizon at all? You know, that's how he jumped off that shit, right?
Yeah. He won't answer it even.
When is Flatman going to apologize for calling me Linda?
Yeah, still yapping.
Peterson, you're muted, so if you're still yapping, you probably can't hear me. So you're only allowed to answer one question at this point. Why is there a horizon at all?
The lake isn't creating a horizon. The horizon is where the ground meets the sky, right?
So there's no water horizon there.
In this picture?
Yeah.
Thought the horizon was where the ground appears to meet the sky.
The earth, dude. Whether it be ground or water, it's irrelevant.
Okay,
Stop trying to be pedantic.
So in the video, when they're zoomed way out, you can't see the boat, right? But when they zoom in, you can see the boat?
No one said that. You're straw man, and I don't even know where the fuck you came up with that.
I'm trying to figure out what your point here is.
Why is there a horizon? Because there should be no. According to you guys, the horizon is the edge of the ball Earth, right? When it goes over the curve. Well, the curve is way too close. The curve is at 700 feet. Supposed to be at 2,500 feet, right? So why is there horizon at all if it's Earth curve? Why does the boat disappear at all if that can't be Earth curve?
The boat isn't disappearing.
In the beginning, well, because the lake isn't long enough. But if they would have sailed it freaking 1,500 feet, it certainly would have disappeared.
Oh, so it didn't happen, but if it would have happened, then it would have happened.
No, but
Great argument.
It's halfway cut off, right? Can you see the entire boat?
At what timestamp would you like me to go through? Like, I'm looking at 5:13.
All points of the video. So you should see the boat, the entire boat, according to you guys, the entire video.
I thought you
said that no time it should be hidden. Never. In that entire video. It should never be hidden. Ever.
He's not following.
I can see look, buddy, at 5:16, I can see the entire boat except for the, like, maybe inch or so of the boat that's under the water. But if I go a couple frames, here, I'll take some screenshots. Here's a screenshot at, the timestamp for that is 5:11. And then if I just go one little click on my mouse, and that's 5:16. So that's what you're talking about. Why can we not see the bottom of the boat? But literally, just like 5 seconds later, oh, I can. So it's actually false that you can't see the bottom of the boat.
Yes or no? The further the boat gets away from the camera, the less you see it. Is that correct?
Buddy, look at the pictures. You can see the entire boat. And you can confirm that for yourself. Timestamp is 5:16.
Why didn't you take a screenshot of your timestamps?
Okay. When I show you the timestamps, then how are you going to change your argument?
No, I want to see the timestamps, dude.
Okay. Hey, I can appreciate the I need to see it for myself attitude. It ain't over till the flat earthers sees it for themselves.
So 7:03.
No, I said 5:11.
7:03.
No, that's the length of the video. You gotta look at the number on the left. So yeah, you can see the entire boat. I think my work here is done. Any closing thoughts, though?
No, you can't. No, you can't see the back of the boat.
No. First of all, yeah, you can. You can see the whole boat except for the couple of inches that are in the water. It's not even a couple of inches.
Cherry picking frames ain't going to help you because there should be no horizon at all.
This is so funny.
There should be no horizon at all. You understand?
There isn't. Yeah, and there isn't one.
So there's nothing we can see. So what's blocking the boat? Why can't I see the bottom of the boat? Why can't I see the hull?
Because the boat has to go into the water some amount. That's how boats work.
Okay, so the top where the water starts, that edge, right? The top of the water. Then what's above the top of the water where that water ends? Why can't I see water beyond that?
Oh, you're saying why can't you see water behind that?
Yeah, that line where the water stops, right? That water line, that thing we call the horizon, that you said isn't a horizon. Why can't we see the water beyond that all the way to the shore?
Could be for many reasons. I've literally never seen this video before, so I'm doing this all off the top of my head.
Yeah, we know, but that's not the point. The point is all you need to know is the geometry. You should see to the other side of the shore, according to you guys. The horizon is 2.5 times farther than the length of this lake.
The horizon. I mean, that's really not a horizon.
Dude, that's the globe math, dude. The globe math says the horizon from this camera height is 2,400 feet away from the camera. This lake is 1,000 feet long. You get it now. So the
I get it. How does this support that the Earth is flat?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
How does it support that the Earth is flat? You're saying the curvature is more than we would expect, therefore the Earth is flat? What is this argument?
It demonstrates it's not curvature, dumb fuck.
Okay, on small scales, curvature is negligent. That's true on the globe. And on a
Okay.
flat Earth, there is no
Demonstrating
curvature.
a-
So there's
Brandon,
you haven't
we're
presented anything
demonstrating it.
here that supports your position.
Yeah, I did. This can't be Earth curve.
Okay.
We eliminate Earth curve as a variable. That's why we did it closer to what the horizon's predicted to be.
We
That's the point of the experiment. We, as in flat earthers. That's the
Okay.
point of the experiment. So there's other things where they take lights and they disappear at 200 meters. This has been replicated many times. Like I said, even National Geographic inadvertently did it.
remember when those flat earthers took those lights and they said, "All right, the light is going to shine through the hole," and then it didn't, and then they're like, "Wait, lift the light up," and then it did.
That's
Remember
not
when we were
fair.
talking about
Wait.
Remember
when
that was
subjects
ran by
are
a
different?
globe team to disprove the flat
Oh,
Earth?
you guys are so precious. Was that Rasputin? Oh, good
Remember?
for you, Rasputin.
Remember when the guy distracted from the topic at hand?
Yeah, remember that time?
Remember when it was mostly
So-
a documentary about a love story instead of actual fucking documentary?
Okay, we're not changing the. Anyway, the point is you said that the Earth don't look flat because the horizon is Earth curve. I demonstrated the horizon's not Earth curve.
You
Okay,
demonstrated
I
on a
myself-
tiny lake
Yeah.
a phenomenon. I was talking about
Yeah,
the
but-
ocean.
Yeah, you have a false premise. Even your picture
False premise.
supports the false premise is that I should see the bottom of the things out to infinity or out to whatever, right? That I should always see the bottom of things on a flat Earth, no matter what. That premise is false. It's demonstrated false. It's not a theory. It's not a claim. It's demonstrated false empirically.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, dude.